Jhyalacha, a sexual performance performed at Castle in Patan on the night before Indra Jatra. On the eve of Indra Jatra, an entertaining festival known as Jhyalacha takes place at Castle in Lalitpur. Specifically held in Castle, this unique Jatra features a dance performed at a sizable window on the northeast side of Awaleguti Sattal, situated between Castle town and Bindyolachi town. Jhyalacha is exclusive to Castle and is associated with a structure called Jhyalacha Chapa in Castle Toll. This house encompasses a significant window on its north side where a white curtain is hung to display scenes depicting intimate activities. The audience witnesses these scenes through the screen, providing a spectacle that has been a part of Castle since the Malla period. Jhyalacha Chapa acts as a platform to portray enacted sexual activities between men and women. On the night preceding Indra Jatra, crowds gather at Castle Toll to witness this unique representation rooted in the historical tradition of showcasing intimate activities. According to the tale, King Yogendra Malla, 1723 to 1762 Bikram Sambat of the Patan Kingdom, once passed through the castle and spotted a young woman bathing near the well. Captivated by her beauty, the king decides to marry her and take her as a second queen. However, the existing queen finds this situation intolerable. In an attempt to humiliate the newly wedded queen, the elder queen orchestrated a spectacle at Castle's Awals or Kumali by showcasing various intimate postures on a white screen. To this day, statues of Yog Narendra Malla and his two queens can be found in Patan Palace. The term Jhyalacha combines Jha meaning window and Icha meaning to sow in Nepal Vasa. The festival originated when the king's eldest queen sought to publicly defame Yog Narendra after he became enamored with the beautiful young woman. During that era, lacking modern technology, the elder queen initiated the celebration of this Jatra by placing a curtain in the front of a house window and showcasing scenes with soft lighting as a form of protest against the king. In an alternative narrative, during Yog Narendra Malla's reign over Lalitpur, there were numerous farmers residing around the Patan Palace. One day, as the king strolled through the area, he became entranced by the sight of a beautiful girl seated in the square. Captivated by her allure, the girl belonging to the Benjarkar community drew the king's attention. Despite having a queen in the palace, the king started visiting the girl's house regularly, engaging in conversations and gradually become involved in intimate activities. Word of king's daily visit to the young woman spread, causing a stir and concern among the people. Observing the king's infatuation with the girl, there was a growing sense of unease and rumors circulated throughout the community. The public expressed apprehension about the security of young girls, and there were calls for the kings to either marry the Benjankar girl and bring her into the palace or refrain from visiting her at the commoner's house. During that period, direct opposition to the king was not a common practice. However, in indirect protest against king's immoral actions, a form of expression emerged wherein these activities were portrayed in the sexual manner through acting on a screen. This Jatra was initiated as a form of protest against the king's inappropriate conduct. According to accounts from that era, it is suggested that the king had engaged in sexual misconduct with a young girl, which further fueled the discontent that led to the establishment of this unique form of protest. Jhyalacha depicts a play centered around a sexual affair between a king and a commoner's daughter. The narrative affects the grim reality of a powerful king exploiting the daughters of impoverished individuals, an act that often went unchallenged due to the king's authority. However, the people of Patan showcased their creativity and artistic expression by devising a novel from a protest, creating the window. This unique Jatra emerged as a protest against the immoral actions of the Malla king, particularly in response to reports of king's alleged sexual assault on a young woman. Through this indirect method, the people found a way to voice their discontent and dissent against the king's unethical behavior. Despite the portrayal of a boy and a girl in the shadows during Jhyalacha, it is a tradition that both characters are actually played by boys. These actors undergo a 2-week training period, learning to synchronize their movement with the music beats. On the day of performance, the Jhyalacha artists carefully prepare from early morning, starting with worshipping at the temple next to Jhyalacha chapel. Following the temple rituals, they enter the window without touching anyone, with one donning the king's crown and the other disguised as a young woman. A white curtain is hung over the window, and lights inside allow viewers to clearly see the stage scene. The performance lasts for about an hour, depicting the king meeting and seducing a young woman with a focus on the intimate act. The window display unfolds in 5 stages. The initial scene shows the two characters worshipping together and sharing Yomari. In the second stage, the girl extinguishes a lamp, spinning it as the young man continues to shake. The third stage depicts the young man requesting intercourse, even if the girl does not consent, followed by 4 stages where the girl herself proposes the act, leading to mutual consent and enjoyment. In the 5th stage, the young man urges and the girl agrees. Finally, after another round of worship, the window is closed. Thank you.